Alright, hi guys. Just about 5 o'clock, so give another minute. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm sorry for having to delay the stream, but excited to get back into this game because it was just so cool. So I'm going to be continuing on with the last save file that I had. So if you guys are coming into this and you haven't watched the first one, you might be a little bit confused. So I would definitely recommend watching that, watching the first part in my live stream sessions. Play through before you watch this, because I can't even remember what happened in the last one, to be honest. A lot of crazy stuff happened. This game is wild. Like, there's just so many different ways it could go. Also, I apologize if I seem a little bit kind of like lower energy today. It's been an emotional day. I went to a family member's funeral this morning, so I'm still a little bit kind of coming off of that, but I didn't want to delay this again, so I'm hoping you guys, chatting with you guys and getting back into this game will kind of take my mind off of stuff, but the existential crisis and that this game gives me, we'll see. Anyway, that's enough blabbering. Let's jump into it. We will go into the previous loop. So we're starting again.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Now, I can't quite remember. I think last time the princess, she escaped. I believe she took over our body, and she got out. And then we kept trying to kill her, and she killed us back. So the princess is not happy with us in this playthrough if we are, continuing on with this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this time.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She was a really cute little specter, and then she turned into, what Xenovan said, an eldritch slug. It's a good way of putting it. She was a horrifying creature. Okay, so we are back again. Now, let me just see if we have any things that we have not done. I mean, a lot of these we haven't done before, but I'm just looking to see if there's, like, any new ones. Let's be comedic here. Let's go with, I've always wanted to off in Monarch, because we're gonna lean into the murdering of her, because we tried to kill her, like, 3 times already, so let's continue.
That's the spirit.
The narrator's happy about that.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with
Now, I wonder if she will remember what happened last time.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
I will definitely do a playthrough where we will be kind to her. Whether I have to restart the whole game again to get that, we will see. I wonder if this might be a situation like those games where they remember, like even if you try a new save file, like Undertale, where like she will remember that you tried to kill her and that you did kill her, and you can never get back in her good graces again.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I wonder if we're going to get a new voice this time. Alright, so we're going right into the cabin. I wonder if anything's going to change this time. Wouldn't it be creepy if every time I went to the cabin, something was slightly different?
Of the cabin
Okay,
is
it's normal.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is
And yeah, I checked, so I have 12 achievements through my first playthrough. That's the thing about the playthrough, right? It's like, I guess I've technically done, I don't know if this is one continuous playthrough that I've done, or if I've done like 3 or 4 playthroughs, because we've kind of reset a bunch of times. But yeah, there's 97 achievements, so I still have a lot of endings to get. Okay, so we're gonna take, oh boy. Yeah, we're committing. Let's take the blade. We're gonna kill her again.
From the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay.
Last time I didn't have the blade, it didn't work out so well for me. Enter the basement. What will be awaiting? It's so creepy to be like, what is going to be awaiting me this time?
The basement creaks open,
is it going to be
revealing a
normal,
staircase
or
faintly
what's going to
illuminated
happen
by
here?
unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a
So,
favor.
we will be doing like the full, like I'll have him say the lines the first time of this, but if we're gonna get repetition, I will skip it, just for people who are coming into this and haven't seen part one. Oh, okay. Revealing Storm says you haven't been through a full playthrough yet. Interesting. All right. So I wonder how long. Like, I guess there's gonna be a true. I guess it's maybe when I, because every time like I finish one, another thing adds to that princess in that other world every time I go through the mirror. So maybe like once I complete all the pieces, all the parts, I get different parts, that's when the playthrough concludes.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's lie this time, just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
So she is alive this time.
Downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you
Oh,
gonna kill me or
that's
something?
right, because I took the blade. Ah, it looks like my webcam isn't working. Cool. Frick, every time. It's so frustrating. I can't figure out what's going on with that. Okay. Let's steal our... I already did that, though. I already did that. Okay. Let's say I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife?
Oh, no, it looks like
and
my
the two of
webcam
us
is working.
just Talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade. and
Alright,
talk
we'll
things
see what
out.
I do this time. Maybe I will talk it out with
Don't
her.
you dare.
We were almost kind to her one time, and then I fucked it up.
It's fine.
So maybe I
We
will.
can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Yeah.
Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I haven't been very nice to her so far. Okay, let's drop it. It's funny, I'm going again exactly against what I said I was going to do. I was like, I'm going to continue killing her, but no, I'm going to see what happens if I don't, if I just talk to her.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor.
I'll see if she,
with a ceremonious clap.
see if she turns on me.
Thank you.
It feels like no matter what I do, whether I killed her or not, the world did come to an end in a way, so... Yeah, we'll see what happens if I don't.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
I mean, it hasn't mattered either way. Every time
Just
I
make
do
sure you
this,
don't
I get a
forget
bad
the blade
end.
on the floor. You're going to need it.
Whether I get killed or I end up, if I kill her and then I just end up in nothingness forever.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, here are some new options here. It's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What is your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. I'll ask what her name is.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail.
Hmm.
You can't trust her.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, well, how long have you been down here?
Too long.
She's given very vague answers, though.
Again, she offers
Yeah.
no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight
And she
answer.
looks almost bored, like I have come to save her, supposedly, and she couldn't look more disinterested. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Ooh, I don't know if I'll say there are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? She'll probably be like, that's silly.
Don't just tell her.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you?
Well,
why
it seems
allegedly
like
so
it seems like she can't be killed.
dangerous?
They said in the last episode that I'm like the chosen one. I'm the only one who can end this. Okay, let's see. I've been told enough. I was hoping you would tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret. Because nobody wants to give me any damn answers. The narrator doesn't want to give me answers. She doesn't want to give me answers. I just feel like a fool. If I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Remain silent. Oh, I can deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'll say I was hoping you would tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I'm glad she can't remember what I did last time because I have broken her trust many times already.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Oh, I've done that enough. I've gotten quite
There's
bored
a
of
reason
that.
I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
You know, she's pretty different from the narrator, who's just basically like, trust me, bro. She is kind of being more honest in that she's not lying to me straight up, being like, oh, I'm gonna give you the answers that you want to hear to convince you to let me out. But she's being a little bit cagey as well.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world?
Alright, she's playing into that. Like,
trust her to
I'm
plead?
jumping all over the place here about... I will let her out this time just because I want to know what's going to
This
happen.
is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, we've talked enough. Or I'll say, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere
Oh,
around
no.
here, and if there isn't...
Now I have to find something?
Well, we can always put that knife to good
Ooh, okay,
use.
maybe it's a good thing I brought the knife down.
Her sharp eyes set
Oh,
on the edge of
am I gonna, like, chop off her arm?
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Okay, so slay the princess, which I've done a lot of times already. I'm getting you out of here, examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. Ooh. Okay, no, I said I was gonna get her out, so let's go with that.
Have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Once again, I love, somebody commented the last time I played this, it's like a D&D. It's like a D&D game where the game master is just getting increasingly more frustrated because the players are not following the story that he has written, or like, you know, he's telling them something that's you really shouldn't be doing, and then I choose to do it anyway just to see what's going to happen.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
Take
trying
off
to
the
break
arm.
them apart.
Take off the arm.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's
Oh my
somewhere
gosh, am I going to go
upstairs.
upstairs and that mirror's going to be there?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. All right, we'll go with
I'll
that.
be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but
Oh.
the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You
Oh,
hear the
whoa,
click of
interesting.
sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Okay. Try the door.
Try the door, but it's locked from the
That's the
outside.
narrator being done with my shit. I know he said that he can't affect... I think he said he can't affect the world. Except, sorta, kinda he can. Because when I kept trying to, like, basically not go to the cabin, he kept being like, oh, look. Looks like you have to go because we put up literal walls so that you have to go to the cabin. But I think he said that he can't directly affect the world.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright, return to the bottom of the
Make
stairs.
your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
So sassy.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what
Ooh.
happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your
Ooh.
better judgment, you place the
Ah,
blade in the
YouTube.
princess's arm.
YouTube, please be okay with this. Oh god, they're showing the bone. Ah. Oh.
You cut.
Eee. Don't like it. Don't like it.
The blade is
Oh.
sharp and will make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, which pulls the bleeding stub of her
Oh,
arm.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. This game's not going to shy away from that kind of stuff.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
That's hardcore, man. I was going to say, she looks kind of more like oddly fascinated by it than horrified.
Free from her bindings, the princess
She
turns to
bleeds,
face
though.
you. Her
She does
fierce
bleed.
gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Wait a
her
minute.
body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, is the narrator taking control? Oh, look. The cursor has my hand with a knife. I forgot that I was like a lizard man.
You can't just do that.
That's bullshit. This feels... this feels rigged from the
Watch
start.
me.
Ah, so he can! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's cool. So, it seems like every option is slay the princess, but there's one that says warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way
That wasn't
before you
me.
can
That
do
wasn't
it.
me. Don't be mad at me, please. I didn't do it.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
So that's interesting that the narrator all this time he could have taken control over me, but he let me just do what I wanted most of the time. Resist. Oh, this is so cool.
The blade. Move the blade.
Am I gonna kill myself instead?
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She's gonna kill me.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hand.
Or she just gets rid of the blade.
Maybe I'll see you.
Ah,
later in
she's
life.
gonna kill me. Damn it.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
You know, maybe she remembers this stuff too, so it's a situation like so many of these time loop games where after a while the people who are involved in it, they either go insane or they just almost become bored of the whole thing because nothing matters. So why should she be upset about this?
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
Well, that was
and you
quite a different ending.
I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of
So
that
how can we
is a princess.
how can we prevent this from happening
You're
again?
here to slay her.
Is there a way to prevent that
If
from
you
happening?
don't, it will be the end of the world.
What we need to do is we need to grab the knife, throw it down into the basement, keep the door open, and be like, hey girl, you're gonna have to cut open your own arm. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta do it yourself. I gotta stay at the top of the stairs, make sure this door doesn't get closed on us. And then I gotta stay away from you. Like, leave that knife down there. And let's try and get out of here. Okay. So... I'm gonna have my character basically just be like, okay, let's just go to the cabin. Let's not waste any time. So I wonder if she will remember what happened last time.
She will lie.
Yes.
Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you
I like how we both said yes at the same time. That was amazing.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Have we had the skeptic yet?
No, I didn't. Wink.
I think we have had the voice of the skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Alright, are we gonna get the mirror this time? Oh! Oh, this is quite different. It's like a true prison. A dungeon, yes. There's that mirror.
The cold, uninviting stone walls and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
It's probably not a very apt comparison, especially because I didn't play the game. I only watched playthroughs of it. But it reminds me a little bit of PT, where it's like every time I come back here, it feels like something is a little different or a lot different. This is a lot different.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Bolted to the floor. Could that be so that I can't use it to try and bust the door open?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ah, okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Okay, so Revealing Storm says they don't think that I've had the skeptic voice yet. I think that this is maybe the 4th one so far that I've had. I can't remember.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table.
And that's right, the narrator doesn't see the mirror. Or they say they don't see the mirror. That could be a lie.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Why would you lie about that? What is the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. Okay, let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Oh, shoot. Maybe I should have gone down again to see the princess and see if she remembered me trying to help her.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes
I
open.
like the voice of the skeptic.
Be back.
I like it. It's just like, it's like the voice of reason, it feels like. Alright, okay. So, what happened? Oof. So, I need to take the blade in order to be able to cut her arm off, but I'm just going to kill her or she's going to kill me. But if I enter the basement and I don't have the blade, I'm going to get locked down there and then there's nothing we can do. Okay. Alright, I am going to enter the basement without the blade to see what happens. She'll be like, really?
I'm afraid I'm going to insist.
Okay.
We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire
Have you not seen my previous playthroughs, my dude?
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Yeah, the turnaround one was definitely the wildest one, for sure. That one was trippy as hell. Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea? The game is just basically so fed up with my shit, it is taking control away from me. It's like, no, you cannot be trusted to make these choices.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Maybe I don't like the skeptic as much. He's taking control of me.
Wonderful. You do exactly that.
That's what's happening in this chapter. In this playthrough right now, is it's just... First the narrator tried to take control away from me, and now the skeptic is too.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. part of the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely.
That's cool
illuminate
that the
your path,
basement is even
dancing
different as
across
well. I love
glimmering
that.
patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess
It's
lives
just
here,
wild
staying there
how
would probably be
much
doing her a favor.
it's like how much effort went into making all of these different choices. Like there's so much difference to them, like the environment
Her
and
voice,
everything.
harsh but controlled,
The narration.
carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
So she must remember us, right?
You
Oh,
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
interesting.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly.
I love
as
that
she
even
moves.
that got changed as
Chains
well.
binding
That's so
both her
cool.
wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So I love it. It's like the game was like, okay, we see what you did. You took off one of her arms. Well, now you're gonna have to take off both arms and her head if you want her to leave.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
How is this one gonna possibly end?
You noticed the empty chain on the wall?
I did notice
Odd
that.
in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose,
There would be something so obviously useless.
Is that one for me? I'm gonna get trapped down here with her if I don't be a good boy and do what I'm told.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here, sit with her, slay the prince. Let's sit with her.
you step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
This is the diplomatic run. Alright, sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now,
I feel like this thing's gonna get
intentions for
slapped
me?
on me, and the only way we can get out of here is to kill ourselves again. My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before, am I the only one who remembers? What happened after I died last time? The other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm going to leave. You here actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone. Bye! Okay, let's say, what happened after I died here last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Yeah, see, she
Is that
seems
really all
bored.
she knows.
It's not like
How
we
many
know
loops
much
of this
about
has she
how
done?
things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea.
So yeah, I think I do have to give the different parts to that entity that we see in the mirror, and then that's when like the playthrough ends.
So you've already been here.
And the narrator doesn't remember that, that's right.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You
I
built the
tried
cabin,
that.
you
It
heroically
didn't
slayed the
work.
princess, and in the process, you saved the entire world from being damned to
But then
oblivion.
again, the reason why that didn't work was because he offered me the reward of eternity trapped in the cabin, and then I killed myself to get out of there, because that should have been the end of it, right?
The
But I'm just
situation
stubborn.
now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Okay, so he has like an idea of this, but like the narrators, there's just different narrators and different timelines.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh, look at the narrator having like some self-reflection. He sounds so confident usually.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting.
The narrator just slowly breaks
that
down
you
because we
might not be
keep
the first
failing.
version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be.
Give me a
daydreaming.
choice, give me a choice. I want a choice. What do I do? Okay. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? The other chain on the wall. All right, let's ask about that.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say that.
What if I did that? Put the chain on. He's like, God damn it.
Ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle. Okay, I'm going to inspect the shackle. This is kind of funny.
I wouldn't do that. If
I want to see what happens.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Maybe I do.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need.
And then we do it, and it's exactly what he says, and it does lock on, and we're like, well, shit.
What if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment.
Is she gonna
you
slam it on
approach
me?
The chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
I guess we could always cut our own wrist if we had to.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say.
What's happening? What's gonna happen?
What is that supposed to mean?
It sounds bad.
It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Maybe I should have saved first.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
That's alright, we'll just reset.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled
Oh,
by
it's around my neck. Well, so much for that. I
before you
can't.
can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hand,
Well,
circling around.
so in this case, the narrator was absolutely right, and we were just being contrarian.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
I mean, shit. So in that case, we can't even kill ourselves to reset the time loop.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here?
Narrator's like, what did you think was gonna... This is really like a D&D session. It's like we do something incredibly stupid. The game master says, okay, you probably don't want to do that. We do it anyway, and then we're all upset, like, well, how do we get out of this? He's just like, well, I told you not to do it. Oh, prison of the mind. Become your
Yes.
own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Now, that's the thing, too, about the princess, is she doesn't starve. She says she's been locked down here unless someone's coming in and giving her food, but she says that nobody's seen her in so long. She could be lying, but she seems to be like some immortal being who can only be killed by us.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So can we use the chain to our benefit somehow? So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Did you know that this was going to happen to me? Wait in silence. I'll just say we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Oh, seen any good movies lately? Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No,
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Wait in
You and
silence.
the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
This just happened.
There must be something we can do to get out of here.
We could bash our head against the wall until we die, I guess.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same.
I mean, when you think about it,
It is cold.
it's not much different from the actual, our supposed good ending where we killed the princess. We ended up being locked away forever. So, the difference just being we're in the basement.
At least the world is
And
safe.
we're locked up and we can't move.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line, and let me guess.
Oh, just didn't mean to skip that, sorry.
Cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Can I...
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit
Oh,
of
yeah, it's getting
weathering here,
darker.
A bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Oh, this is cool. I like that, it's changing. Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
I don't know. She seemed pretty chatty before, being sarcastic with us and stuff. And now she doesn't want to talk to us.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed?
Right. Okay, so we don't starve
We should die
either.
by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
So the only way out of this time loop is to get killed.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass.
So maybe eventually the roof will collapse and kill us that way, and knock us out, and we die.
Until suddenly,
Oh,
there are no walls. And
I think he's gone.
oh, narrator left again.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
It's funny, of course the wall that has the chains, that's not the one that broke down, because then we could at least walk away from it.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, there she goes. There she goes. And there's the mirror, but you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay, approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Well, she certainly looks better than the last time we saw her.
Contradiction. A mass of tides.
Before she was like a skeleton ghoul thing.
Than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, you can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? Alright, let's do that one.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you.
This is when it gets to this point, this is when I get very confused. This is all very philosophical stuff that I'm like, I feel like I'm too dumb to understand. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. Not really. It all seems so distant. As soon as I'm near you, I have no opinion in one way or the other. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. I'll say it all seems distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Okay, how can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Okay, how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here.
I'm wondering, I'm curious about how many more of those, how many more we need. Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay, a guarded vessel. Bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Alright,
here.
skip, skip, skip. Alright, let's say, oh, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
We're gonna make it seem like we're gonna listen to him, and then we're gonna just completely go against
You
what
make
he
your
wants.
way up with a short warning.
All right,
we're
skip,
not
skip,
gonna
skip,
ignore
skip.
him.
Alright, which one will we do next?
The interior of the cabin is almost the blade.
Okay, boy, I'm trying to remember which ones I haven't done yet. So let's enter the basement without the knife. I've done this before, but I am curious
Door to the basement.
what's gonna
creaks
happen
open,
this time.
revealing a staircase. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Oh,
Is someone there?
she sounds much less sure of herself than last time.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's see. I'm here to save you. We're gonna continue to try and save her.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be?
But I'm curious to see what happens if we do this, but we go down without the knife.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my
She sounds so much more girlish. I don't know. She sounds like what I would have expected her to sound like.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here.
Yeah,
I've
this
been
sounds
waiting
very
for
different
something
from
like this to
before.
happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
About that. Sorry. So I think it's because I came down without the knife that she doesn't see me as a threat. Maybe that's why she's sounding so kind of like disarmed. Because I'm disarmed.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Now just be careful to not to get too close to those chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Oh, well, we saw what happened last time. Oh, Dark Souls 2 says, when is the next Fear and Hunger live stream? I have been wanting to get back into it. I promise I will be doing one sometime in November. I want to do at least one full playthrough of this game, whether I do one today or not. I'm not sure. I might do, like, a couple more sessions of this, depending on how many, like, nights off I have for work. I could see if I could squeeze a Fear and Hunger live stream. I definitely will be doing another one, though. Hopefully sometime this month.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost
Yeah, she's really, like, playing that sweet
If we were
princess
to-
act.
I'm
Whether it's
sure
an
we'd
act or
be
not, I don't know.
about Cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Like, if she remembers these loops, she could just be playing me, right? Like, hoping that I don't remember what happened last time, and seeing all the different sides of her.
You attempt to make your way
Of
out the
course,
basement,
of course.
but the door at
Knew
the
that
top
was
of the
gonna
stairs
happen.
slams shut. You hear the click of
That's the problem, is I come down with the knife, she's on edge. But I need the knife to cut her out, but we know that that didn't work.
someone else here.
Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the
Well,
task
Mr.
is
Narrator,
done.
the knife is up there, so if you want me to do that, you need me to go up there anyway and get the knife. Try the door, even though we know it won't
You try
work.
the door, but it's locked from
I'm
the
thinking maybe
outside.
one time it would work, but no.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't
See?
they?
She said the same thing last time, but she sounds so different. Before she sounded like almost like, oh, I don't know, more bored about it.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She then
Ah!
hesitates before raising her
Oh
arm
my
to her
God.
mouth, her teeth tearing through
Jesus.
her limb with a
Oh my
determined
gosh, I didn't see that coming. She looked so sweet. And, oh my god. Oh, the hero is like, maybe she's not as beautiful as I thought. That's a little weird.
She rips her flesh from her bone.
Oh my gosh.
Sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing.
Did somebody, like, throw the knife down because they want me to kill her?
It's
Of
the blade
course,
from
of
upstairs.
course.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the... Oh, I mean, there's only one option. There isn't even the option to kill her.
Fine. Against your better
Okay, so it's the
judgment,
same thing here.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the
She's just looking up with just, like, the blood in her mouth, looking all cute.
binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The
Alright,
blade is
same
sharp,
thing.
And it takes little effort to crack through the bone. Her limb falls to the ground.
Okay, so is the same thing gonna happen, like last time?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Alright, so this is a repeat.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets
But
yours. Blood from her
She
wounded arm
feels a lot
continues
better
to
about
bleed
us
to the
because
ground.
we came at her without a weapon, so she probably trusts us more.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just.
Alright, he's gonna take over again.
No.
Maybe this time if she kills me, she'll feel at least a little bit, like, more, like, I'm so sorry I had to do that, but it was for your own good.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Okay, I'm gonna save this time, because I'm curious what happens if I do kill her.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Ah, okay. No, I can't. I have to warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready
Ooh.
to sink
It
into
didn't
the
even give
heart.
me the option to resist.
The princess
Oh,
rises,
shit.
stumbling back.
Oh shit, okay, it has changed. I love this. You think that it's going to go the same way, but it doesn't. It's great.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yep, she's gonna do it
Reaches
again.
towards you and takes the blade from your infuriated,
So this time she looks, see?
rigid hands.
She looks so much less sure of herself.
Doing.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is.
I like the difference in this. Like, she seems so much more hesitant.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
At least last time she was more efficient because she seemed like she was used to it, but now she's like unsure and she's like, oh shit, okay. Let me just try again. It's like someone trying to like give you, you know, put a needle in you, like try and find the veins and they can't do it and it just hurts way more.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is
Aw,
not
does this mean I'm gonna get the
something
same
you
ending?
just-
Like,
Two of you have literally doomed
because it's this,
everyone.
it's the same kind of general thing that's gonna happen, but just slightly different.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into
Ooh,
your chest
man.
again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Narrator seems like he's enjoying describing that a little bit too much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's morbidly funny.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one
Yeah, she
last
looks much
thrust of the
different.
knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Oh, what's gonna happen this
As
time?
much as I prefer for things to have gone
Alright, Revealing Storm
differently,
says this will
knowing
be
reality
different.
of what's
Okay,
happened.
cool.
The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel. Okay, so yeah, she was so much nicer this time. Like, she seemed so much more,
You're on a path.
I don't know, innocent and...
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here.
Okay. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of
Oh, Voice of the Smitten. Oh, we got a new one. I love it. He's fallen in love with the princess, and the princess loves him. That's great.
Our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know.
I love how
that
the voice is so much
princess are
different
in
from the
love.
other voices.
The four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really happened. Why should I listen to you? Alright, we're just gonna proceed to the cabin. I'm really excited to see what happens this time.
A warning. She will love. I think
Oh,
we've already
shoot.
been over this.
Shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't
Pretty
mean to
sure
skip
he
the
just likes
smitten.
the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, let's see what it's gonna look like this time. Maybe it's gonna look all romantic and stuff when I walk in. There's gonna be like beautiful curtains and it's gonna be all elaborately decorated.
Interior of
Nope.
the cabin is clean and
clean and elegant. Okay.
With stone walls draped in fine
Okay,
threaded
so still a
tapestries.
prison, but nicer.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of
Yeah, it
note
doesn't look
is
quite
a
as locked up.
wooden
There's like an
table
open window
with a
here and stuff.
pristine blade perched on
I
its
do
edge.
like how it's like the world reflects the voice in our head.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, I know we could approach the mirror, but we're going to enter the basement again. We're going to go without the blade and see what happens this time, even though the blade will probably get thrown down to us again. Because if we're going to be playing the role of the hero, we don't want to be coming in with a weapon and looking aggressive, right?
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming.
It's funny, even that sounds different. Normally they say about how like it's so dark and depressing, it's like it would almost be a service to kill her to get her out of this, but here it's like it's nice in comparison.
But it's still a stone basement.
Ah, never mind. Spoke too soon.
Doing her a favor. A soft voice.
And even the
carries up
music
stairs.
is so, I don't know, it's so uplifting and romantic in comparison. It's so hopeful sounding.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess.
We're totally gonna be, I'm gonna play into the smitten for sure, absolutely.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down
Oh,
the
look at her,
stairs
she's
and
like,
lock eyes with
she
the
looks so
princess.
feminine.
There's a heavy
Her
chain
dress
around
looks
her
somehow
waist,
like
binding
poofier
her
and,
to the far
I don't know,
wall.
she looks different.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero.
We are a lizard man.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved
She can do
fans
nothing
remain
wrong.
Unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else.
So that's it. So we just keep jumping worlds and fucking over the worlds. Is that it? So it's just like, we're fine. We're in a new world, but we... Okay.
This is horrible.
That's if we believe what the narrator is saying. It's funny if that's true. Like, each path is just like she gets stronger and stronger, leading up to something. Maybe she will end all the worlds if she collects all the parts of her. But we don't see that. Like, we just see the worlds and we start over again. We're like, oh, we're just reset. But maybe we are doing the wrong thing here. But we're gonna continue on.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Alright, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. Oh. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess. Let's see. I'll say I'm sorry about what happened last time because we're going to fully lean into the, you know, the smitten.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to
Be
do?
funny if it was voice of the simp.
She doesn't.
Might as
No
well
one
be.
else like him.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You know, it'd be funny if, like, she had her own little narrator voice, too, telling her what to do. Alright, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm.
I think the voice of the smitten forgot about the part where she gnawed at her own arm until there was bone. He's just like, kind of, you know, let's just forget about that. She's perfect.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird?
We could, can we, like, I hate to say this, but can we break her wrist and slip it out that way without having to, like, tear it off?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior.
I love how even the hero and the narrator are in agreement.
So go ahead and slay her.
Okay. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Alright, rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you.
No, what is he gonna
Take
do
another
this
step
time?
towards the princess. I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
She really is more anime like, and it did slip right off. Well, look at that. That shouldn't have worked.
Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're dead.
It is. It's like people. I'm so sorry I keep bringing it back to D&D, but like it could not be more of a perfect description. It's like when they come up with such a stupid, like the players come up with such a stupid idea, and then somehow it works, and then the DM is like, that shouldn't have worked, but it did.
I can't believe it. I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power?
I mean, we could
of love?
break her perfect, delicate little neck, but I'm not going to.
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have the rest of our lives to figure out what to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes
She's
your
so
hand,
anime, I
the
love
last
it.
hopes of the entire world slipping through your
It's so
fingers as
happy. The
you
music is
entwine.
so happy. It's strange in this game.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting?
Damn, that almost worked.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough
enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
He's like, I give up. All right. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open if we try together. I think. All right. The power of love, working together. Let's do it. Let's try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
I love how much the narrator just hates all this romance shit.
And lock clicks, and the door.
Once again, haha, the power of love.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Oh, the knife is there. The knife is there. The knife is there. Can we throw it out the window? Let's throw it out the window.
Slay her before it's too late.
Oh, take the blade. You are not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity.
I didn't come all this way to just kill her at the end. Part of me was curious, I'm not gonna lie.
Hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you
Oh, romantic haze. Your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat.
Oh wait, feathers. I thought he was a lizard man. Is he a lizard bird man? A dinosaur man? Dinosaurs have feathers, right? And there she goes again. Alright, you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Alright.
Is that a...
Alright, once again, let's approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. The remains you've unraveled.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars and people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we are real? God, it just gets way too, like, esoteric and philosophical. Do you have thoughts on the vessel? Okay, let's say trees and stars and people, I think.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us.
Oh,
They do not
that's
last.
right. Revealing Storm says, you can replay the roots because there's always a third chapter as well. I think there's only one time where I've gotten to the third chapter. So I did something, I should have saved. Maybe it was the point where I could have slayed her right at the end. Maybe that would have changed things. I mean, it definitely would have. Okay, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? That's what I want to know.
No,
Oh,
their thoughts are quiet.
okay.
Do you think your narrator...
I was thinking that maybe there would be a thing where it's like she has her own narrator telling her what to do in reaction to what I'm doing to her. He does. I don't know why, but I know that for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Alright, I'll say the first one.
I am on the cusp of my
Oh,
awakening.
cusp of awakening. So maybe
You are
one
on the
more?
cusp of yours.
Okay, let's see. Do you know what will happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Oh, if this is the last stage before your completion, I'm not going back. I'm going to stay here. Oh, so they're implying that there is one more. Okay, let's go back. Actually, you know what? Can I save? I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna see what happens when I say, I'm not going back.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you
Oh,
want more time.
that's right, I did that before. And then we just kept waiting until I just gave up. There is no waiting forever. Okay, we'll go back then.
The next time I see you, each of us will
Oh,
find
exciting.
what we
Almost
are.
done. At least this playthrough.
I will be here, waiting for you.
The hero and the princess.
You're on a path.
Oh, shoots. Now the thing is, I just have to... I gotta pick the right choice here. Alright, let's just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path. A warning. She will... We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Okay, I'm trying to go through the paths I've already done. So I've tried to not go to the
The
cabin.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
I've killed the
The air is
princess.
stale
I've
and
saved
musty.
the princess.
Floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
Oh, okay, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess.
I
and
literally
save the
don't
world.
know what I'm gonna do this time. I'm just gonna let my heart decide, I guess.
The door to the basement creaks open, reveal her voice.
Who's there?
Yeah, there you go. She sounds on edge again.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had a
Man, that's
visit.
creepy.
Come on down.
How different she sounds compared to just a moment ago.
You walk down the
And she
stairs.
just, yeah, she looks
Lock
so
eyes with the
cold in
princess.
comparison. So
There's a heavy chain
standoffish.
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the bed.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't, let's go with I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade.
I
and
feel like
talk
I've done
things
this
out.
already, but we'll see.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Alright, I feel like I have done this. Let's drop it.
The blade
I have done
falls
this.
out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the
I wouldn't be surprised if at one point the narrator just had the knife fling from the floor and just stab her in the neck. Just be like, I'll just do it myself.
So here we are.
Oh, she
What
did
an
say this
awkward start
already.
to a relationship.
Let's see. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Alright, I'll just say I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I think I said that too.
Is that why they... I don't remember much
Damn it.
about it.
Just
All
how
right.
long has she been dead?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending
I
the
did
world,
do this
then
already.
how did I wind up here, chained to a wall?
Alright,
Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
let's say if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than them. Alright, let's deflect and see what happens.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world.
Oh, maybe what I'll do this time is I actually will kill her when I get taken control of by the narrator. I'll just let it happen.
Sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be
Alright,
killing
she
you.
did say
He has a
this
point.
already.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a but you don't really know.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Oh, yeah, there's a thing about keeping her locked away. I'm gonna save here. I didn't even do that, so let's see what happens if I do that.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Yeah, I'm on her bad side again.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Alright, I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't.
Except
No one wins.
the door's gonna lock, isn't it? And then I'm stuck down with her, and then it's gonna be awkward because she's gonna be pissed at us because we are about to leave her down here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the
It's gonna
princess
close.
and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains.
Well, she can though. We saw her last time.
She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Nope, we are locking her down here. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
Right? This is something different.
Close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden table.
Oh, what if she just jump scares us? She just appears in, like, at the door as we're about to leave.
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to.
She is gonna pop up in our face, isn't she? There's gonna be a jump scare.
Sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyway.
So the fact that she's slamming on the door... Is she slamming on the door, meaning that she already got out of her chains? Or is she slamming on the wall downstairs?
Sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles.
Oh, she is rattling the door. Oh, so she... Okay.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No.
Very different from what I did last time. Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of it was just an act. You're not innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Alright, I'm gonna ignore her as best as I can.
Ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will
If I do fall asleep, we're gonna open up our eyes and she's just gonna be like, bam, right in our face.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the
uh-oh.
middle of the night to
Uh-oh. So that is interesting. So she can just get herself out of here
the basement.
sometimes. So...
Broke, and the table shoved out of the way.
So does that mean that the princess could always get out and she was just waiting to see what we would do? This is almost like some sort of morality test.
Where is she?
Boo.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement. But I think I can make it.
She knows.
If you want to, I can show you. It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyway.
Oh.
It's probably
You try and stumble to
Oh
your feet.
god.
As
Oh!
the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops.
I don't know if it's just the shadow. Is that her face? Is it all bloody from her, like, slamming her head against the door?
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves.
That's creepy as
First
shit.
your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer,
Oh.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Damn.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path. You're here to
Alright,
stay.
new voice? New voice?
If you don't, it will
She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh.
Voice of the paranoid.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
Amazing.
You'll find yourselves very hard pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot.
I don't want to go back to the cabin with this one. I am a little scared. Proceed to the cabin. Let's get it over with.
A warning.
Oh, what's this cabin gonna look like? Maybe it's all just completely been torn apart.
She will lie. She will.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain.
Oh,
The
creepy.
smooth wood of
Table's
the
still
walls
knocked
are
over.
almost
Oh!
featureless.
Oh
The
no!
only furniture of
I
note
just
is
noticed the
rainbow
face is staring
knocked
through the
on side
windows.
wall of
I
a
guess that's appropriate for the
Pristine
paranoid
blade stands
voice to be like,
between
wait, someone
the
outside?
open,
That's
inviting
creepy as
the
shit.
doorway.
It's like you can just make them out. It's like if you don't, you see them out of the corner of your eyes. That is really creepy.
The blade is your implement.
Can I comment to be like,
You'll need it if
are
you
there
want to do
people
this
outside
right.
looking at me? Like that's what a paranoid voice would say, right?
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Alright, this whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different.
I'm not the only one who's seen
Yes!
her in the window, right?
Yes?
She knows that we're here.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly
Wait,
haven't been
the
killed
narrator
by
said
the
3
princess.
people. There's the voice of the paranoid, the voice of the hero. Is the other one me?
So focus up. A lot's
Yeah,
riding
or
on this.
maybe is that the paranoid be like, wait a minute, he said 3. There's 3 voices. But if you're not including the narrator, there's only 2, right? I am the paranoid voice for sure. I feel like I'm a little bit of a combination of a lot of these. The skeptic, the paranoid. Yeah. Okay, let's take the... Ooh. I'm gonna save... I'm gonna save. I'm gonna see what happens if I don't take the knife, you know, like approach her, be like, hey, water under the bridge last time, right? I'm coming down here without a weapon. Let bygones be bygones and all of that.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the
Wait,
floor.
what? Wait, hold on. I didn't mean to take the blade. Let me try that again. Enter the basement.
Should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharp.
It's almost like the paranoid voice took over for me and took the knife. I swear I wanted to just go into the basement. Oh.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series
Ooh,
of
this is
isolated
like
steps.
the distorted world.
More eyes too.
I
You
love
never
this.
mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just
And here I am
most
going
crows
down without a
ridiculous.
weapon. I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists. Step off into the void. Let's step off the void. Into the void. Ah.
Attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
I mean, that's pretty much how I'm playing this game, is
Make
I
your
was
way to
just
the bottom of the
curious what would
stairs.
happen if I picked it.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness.
Oh, the
A smattering
eyes,
of
the
cobblestone,
eyes.
visible against the inky black.
This one is the creepiest one yet.
Where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I
Oh,
wouldn't give it
gosh.
too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because
Uh,
either way we
should have
go,
brought a knife. Should have brought a knife.
I'm going to find you.
Do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it.
Find you.
As the princess
Oh, don't
approaches,
like it. Nope.
Your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of
No,
this.
it was because I wanted to try and, you know, talk it out.
You do. Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your
Oh.
blood begins to coagulate,
Well, so much for that.
it's as if every part of your being.
I don't know why I thought she could be reasoned with. I mean, even if we had the knife, she probably would have been able to do this to us before we could even try to hurt her. Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that he's whispering, and he's repeating it.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you want to do, please just start doing that again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. the way out of it.
Oh, that's cool. You can hear the paranoid voice chanting in the background. He's just making himself aware of the different parts of his body to make sure that they're still working.
That isn't my fault. Doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option, right? Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Alright, why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic. You know that, right? Oh, why did I get louder? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of options. We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Remain with your nightmare. Ooh. Alright, let's get out of here. Leave together. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Leave together. Or run! Oh my gosh, I gotta save. There's so many options here. Okay, let's go with... if you want to work together, can you at least turn off this organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans
Ugh.
forward, bringing her masked lips.
I don't like the glitching sound. Don't like it.
If I want to see you die, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath.
Man, they're really drawing this out, aren't they?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like
It's like she's just turning a light on and off again for fun.
and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Okay. What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
Oh, he's just going faster and faster.
You died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as
Oh, so we can try and leave together then, because she needs me alive.
than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
If you need me alive, why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Alright, if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Alright, being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around.
You both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. Find what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you
Ah, this is like upsetting me. Just like the glitching and also the chanting in the background. So, oh gosh, okay. What if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
We're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before that.
Man, there really is a lot of options here. Like, this is really well done. I think this one might be one of my favorite ones so far. Okay, I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you. Remain with the nightmare. Alright. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's get out of here.
What? No!
I mean, you come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving. And do you think you can just wrest control away
Oh,
from us?
the paranoid
This body's
voice is
fair
fighting the
function
narrator.
as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end
Oh, the
faster?
paranoid wants us to die.
Shit.
They're like all fighting amongst each other about what to do.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe we watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had
Well, there is a weapon at the top, isn't there?
perfect opportunity to use it, but we don't. We've already made that choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Step onto the stairs and follow the princess.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you.
So we can't go back. We have to keep going up.
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists
Oh,
back,
I don't like that. Ugh.
watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit?
Oh no.
Everyone is trying to
The
manipulate
paranoid
us.
voice wants to take over my
So many
mind.
things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin.
The paranoid's like, fine, I'll do it.
No. You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters...
Oh, is she just gonna like whip that thing out the window? Like, nope, don't need that.
The princess plucks the blade from the
Yep.
floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes,
She's almost like, it's almost like I have
never to be seen again.
had gone through these loops multiple times, and I know that having a blade around here is probably not a good idea.
Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now, you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do. The door
Alright, a
knob
world of
twists
terror.
revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. They've actually done it. You've actually
Oh, it's fading away because another world is closing.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the
Why
ground.
is it so cold?
You do not get the chance. Alright, here we go.
Is that a...
You are nothing at all. Oh! No reflection. It is complete. Oh! It's a bird! It looks like a crow. Like, I'm sort of crow man. That's not right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Let me just... Almost like a vulture or something. I had a hard time seeing it with the glasses and the glare. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, so you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. Oh, that's so creepy. I could just see the eyes and the reflection. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it... Oh my gosh, there's so many options. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry. I didn't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see this, was I? Oh my gosh, okay. Maybe we'll get to ask all these questions. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me.
That's so creepy. Just, oh, like the mouth opening, it looks like. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo.
Oh, just the teeth.
Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Ah, okay, alright. Okay, it's lasting. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? After everything you've done, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to me. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter
So everything I did, like I hurt people, I guess, by leaving behind those worlds. Just because I left them doesn't mean that they stopped existing, right? Does it? I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Ah, okay. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain.
He's like, I felt emotional and metaphorical pain when I watched you make really stupid decisions. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it was a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced they had to be the first version of them that you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Okay, I don't have very many more questions I can ask, it looks like.
So allow me to make my final request.
Okay.
The princess contains death.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to make a final choice here. Kill or save.
All the power you need to destroy.
Hopefully I'll be able to save beforehand.
Do it. Slay
Or
her.
maybe I won't, because I want there to be some finality to it. Okay. What is the princess? Did you make her too? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? Okay, I'll say, what is the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Not for lack of trying. I'm just an asshole. Oh, death of the author. Run out of questions. Okay. Ah, I want to see what that says. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. Oh, I can lie that I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about this. Say nothing and watch him end. Damn. Alright, guys. I don't know. I don't know. To kill or not to kill? I'm actually really conflicted right now. I am very conflicted. Ugh. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I kind of don't want to kill her. But I kind of do. Like, he does seem to be honest about it, right? About, like, tucking himself away just to try and get me to stop her. And I just kept failing over and over. Okay, I will save here, actually. I will destroy her. Yes, I will. Yes, I will not go back on that.
Lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always.
I mean, if he goes away, even if I change my mind. I don't know. I might even just change my mind right at the end. He's gonna go away. He won't know that I lied to him. I really, like, right up until the end, I don't know what I'm gonna do. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast, and massant god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A terrifying vessel, bring the nightmare to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Ooh. Oh, wow.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment.
Oh, man. I don't know why seeing her, I'm like, I don't want to kill her. I guess it's because she looks so, I don't know, ethereal. Like, she looks godlike. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't know what that means. I'll say I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles and response and patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to
Oh,
me.
so she knows that I said I was going to kill her. Okay.
He was deluded by his fear of death.
I've got two of them are pulling me in two different directions here. Okay, I'm the long quiet. I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open...
Alright, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think that I am going to, in this playthrough, I will save her. And maybe I will do another run of this because there are a bunch of endings I didn't get. Or I didn't get chapter 3s. Like, I didn't get the full chapters most of the time. So maybe I will do another playthrough and at the end I'll kill her to see what happens. But in this one, I'm going back on my word. I am so indecisive. I will save her. Okay, but we have a lot of questions we can ask. There are so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this falling on me? Let's talk this through. I have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess. I would slay the princess without even saying anything. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Alright.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay, let's do the thing about, like, was there even any point to doing this?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Whoa, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? We were just talking. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Whoa!
Fear is what pretends to
Whoa,
protect us
what's
from
this?
loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform. To go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of ending,
Am I gonna be forced to kill her? She seems like she's coming at me with some aggression right now.
from itself, or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you.
Oh, are we gonna have all the different versions of the princess pop up and talk to us? Alright, that wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me to your will. You wanted to make the world suffer. You act as if you're above it, but you're not. I'm not afraid anymore. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers because we're beyond it. I won't engage with this. Okay, I'll say that one.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the beauty of transformation just because some refuse to acknowledge it?
Oh.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another.
Okay, so this
Do
is
I
the...
miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
This is the princess, the kind princess.
But the stakes.
Okay,
meant
so we are
nothing
seeing
to
the
you.
different ones.
You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You
This is
lived in
cool.
me,
This is
and
really
you
well
lived in
done.
you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Alright, I was blinded by emotion. We both know that. I want that feeling back. The feeling never left me. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. Oh, okay, so this is like the final boss right now. Okay, so it's because I asked too many questions and she got annoyed with me. Alright, I said I was gonna save her, so I could stop the fight early and surrender, but I'm gonna say... I want that feeling back. Yeah.
It never left you. You just need to open your heart to me once more. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
Okay, they'll get over it. They will see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture. I won't engage with this. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. Okay, let's say... That would be torture.
It would.
All right, I'm
Our
gonna
purpose is
agree with
be
her on
and to
everything.
Experience, and their purpose is the same.
So this is her, like,
To be
she knew that I
permanent
said I was gonna
is to
kill her,
cease.
so she's trying to
be
convince me
paused
not
is
to.
be trapped.
Oh, I didn't like that one. Oh, she was the worst. She was the worst. Yeah, that was not my proudest moment with that one. That one I was just straight up asshole. Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you would take? I don't want that world to come to pass. You didn't give me much choice. Alright, I'll say I don't want that world to come to pass.
Then accept the world as it is now, with both of us a part of it.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Okay, it's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you. Okay. So, you are- wow. Alright, a lot of options here. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I have to fight for a better world. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. You think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I don't- except I said I wanted to save her in the end, so I'm not going to try and convince her on my side. There's a lot of interesting options here, but I'll say I never wanted to fight you, even though I said I wanted to kill her, and I was going to kill her. Oh,
Nothing brings
through
me greater
conflict,
joy
we
than to
carve
hear
meaning.
those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Alright, let's see what happens here. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. And then you just see, like, the echo be like, God damn it, you lied to me. I knew you would. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. Oh, it's just like plants growing. Are we going into the real world? Alright, what happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
You and her step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Okay. So that's it. A little bit of a... I guess maybe you could leave that to interpretation. But yes, it seemed our song finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. That was really good, though. But yeah, it's kind of left like the implication is that we ended this world. Oh, this is cool. I do have their other game, which I will play at some point. Crimson I bought it as part of a package deal. I do have their other game. And I liked this game so much, I definitely will play their other game. But I don't think I'm quite done with this game yet. Because there is... It seems even within this here, like the ending where you choose to save the princess, that there could be other potential endings. It's just wild that even like between the two big choices, there's like, it seems to be like there's a bunch of little ways that it could change, which is wild. But of course, the big thing is going to be like, what happens if I kill her? What will happen to her? What will happen to me? And there's so many other endings I didn't get. So I think I do want to play another playthrough of this. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing another playthrough of this. Try and get the other endings, and of course the big ending, like what happens if I kill her. Because I really love this game, and it's just wild how different things can be. They're the same, but they're not the same. So, yeah, I definitely want to play some more of this. Maybe I'll just kind of like run through it really fast, like through parts that I'd already done, but see if I can get like the other endings. So yeah, thank you guys so much for my first playthrough of Slay the Princess. So cool, such a cool game. So glad I picked it up, and I definitely want to play some more of it. Hopefully you guys will, you know, tune in when I do. Have notifications turned on for my channel so you do know when I will be live streaming this next. I'll probably continue on with it sometime next week. Yeah, this is a great time. Once again, thank you for being patient with me as I had to postpone this one, and with the emotional tough day I had today. Playing this was definitely, it's rough in some ways because it does deal with like some pretty heavy themes, but at the same time it was a really good distraction, and it was just nice to hang out with you guys. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you will join me for the next playthrough of Slay the Princess. So that's gonna do it for me. I hope you have a great rest of the day or night or whatever it is where you are, and I hope to catch you for the next live stream. Have a good one, guys. Bye.